right, fans, now if this is your first derby, let me explain it real quick. Each of these teams is going to put 5 skaters on the track every 2 minutes. The skaters in the back, they have stars on their helmets. They score a point for every opponent that they lap. The rest of the opponents are doing their thing, playing offense and defense. Most points wins. That's the thing we call the old 5-on-5. It's roller derby.
Yes, welcome, welcome, folks. Ready for some roller derby action? I just got a quick question out there tonight. How many fans are here for the defending champs, the Nickel City Knockouts? All right, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. I want to know how many fans out there tonight are here for the suicidal Saucies. Ooh, Knockouts got their work cut out for them tonight. Knockout fans, you better bring it up a notch. It is time for some roller derby action, folks. Hold on to the edge of your seat. This is going to be a great bout tonight on the Jammer line right now for the Knockouts. Toots 22 up against Alley Oops number 42.
Getting hit to the inside by Joyride. She went lamb chop and Alley Oops out on turn 1. We already have our first penalty on a layer out.
And on a layer out number 240 already in the box for the Nickel City Knockout. Meanwhile, Lee Chair goes to the suicidal Saucies.
That's an elbow penalty assessed to Libralian. Elbowing frowned upon. 30 seconds in the Noche Panacito sandbag. And now Alley Oops has been sent to the sandbag for back blocking. Nickel City Knockouts are on in our jam.
Landshaw making a big hole for her jammer, just beneath, ready to go in the back of the pack. She isn't here to mess around. She's defending her title tonight. Knockouts coming out of that penalty box, filling the track to help their jammer. Meanwhile, Knockouts on a power jam, just like Sheer Terror skating. And they're having some difficulty out there right now, capitalizing on this power jam.
And that's 4 points up on the board for the suicidal Saucies. Alley Oops has taken the scoring lap. And Coach McGee makes another natural pass of 4 points.
Bringing the Knockouts up to 14 in this jam, 4 for the Saucies.
Forearm penalty assessed to Midnight Maniac right at the jam.
And that was the 2 full minutes of love and affection to get us started out there tonight. Correction, Knockouts with 13 in that jam, 6 for the Sauce. Great way to start tonight off. Points on the board for both teams. And we're up for our second jam. Number 622, jamming for the Knockouts, Libralian, up against number 252, Misfire for the Saucies.
I want to take 1 second to thank WNYmedia.net. They are broadcasting this on the interwebs. And the skaters are off. Libralian through the inside. Misfire working to get through the path. They hit the lamb chop. Both skaters have now completed their initial pass. Libralian jukes her way around the outside. And she calls it off. That's 3 points up on the board for the Knockouts and as well for the suicidal Saucies. You can see those jammer wraps with the red and blue bands on their wrists. They are counting the jammer points. So if you can't wait for the scoreboard, you can look at their fingers and see how many points they're perceiving and reporting. Reporting to our hard-working stat table here to my left. And we've got Fisty jamming on the line for the Knockouts first time tonight. She's going to jam against Bikini Wax. Bikini Wax makes her way through the inside in the jam for the suicidal Saucies. And Bikini takes a big hit from Ivana. She returns to the track behind Ivana, and she falls off the jam. That was 4 points. 4 points up on the board for the Suicidal Saucies. Knockouts putting Brawl back on the jammer line for the second jam in a row. Now she's jamming against Misfire in red. We've got a 3-point game right now as we go into our 4th jam of our championship matchup. We see 42 and 22 as Toots McGee and alley-oops line up behind the jammer line. We begin this jam with an empty sin bin and a full track. Making her way to the Dolce Panapento sin bin, leaving the Saucies short one blocker. There's a wall of knockout blockers at the front of the pack. Senior winner clearing some debris, not rocks and debris though. Alley-oops really fighting to get through that wall in 4. Huntress is going up front to clear some space.
Knockouts neglecting to protect their jammer in the back of the pack and the sauce as well.
And Huntress taking
nice offensive move by Huntress to get her jammer free in the front of the pack, but Midnight makes a hit on alley-oop and causes a cut track major. Alley-oops is now going to the sin bin.
That puts the Nicholson Knockouts on a power jam for 30 seconds. And the Nicholson Knockouts are now trying to keep West behind them so they can control the pack speed. Otherwise the Saucies are all rush up front and make it really fast. Here's a quick reminder, please help us when our pack boundary falls down. It's an implicit responsibility in the front row. Let's begin working to head through the front of the pack. Help from Rex. And that is the jam.
Let's talk about some of our sponsors out there tonight. We'd like to thank WesternNewYorkMedia.net for streaming our bouts live and online this season. Local Edge, check out QCRG's full page ad and the Erie County directory. If you're looking to build your internet marketing services, visit Local Edge online to learn how they can help you grow. Fast Girl Skates is based in Seattle, Washington. It was opened by 2 members of the Rat City Roller Girls. Or visit their sponsorship page to get linked to their online store, folks.
Alright, now we see Knockouts Captain Lambchop wearing the pivot cover. She's making her way to the sin bin for a multiplayer block, which means hanging on to another skater while executing a block. Now we see Fisty make her way through. She's got a lead jam. Crazy Legs hit Misfire out, and then hit Crazy Legs out. You do not have to yield to a skater who has been hit out. Just follow herself. And now we see Dot Candy, number 505, making her way to Dolce Panapento sin bin for a high block penalty, which is hitting someone above the neck or the head. Alright, now Crazy Legs was simlocking Misfire out in front of the pack, but she was a bit too far. You have to be within the engagement zone.
Nice offensive move by Lambchop, captain of the Nickel City Knockouts, get her jammer Fisty out of the pack. A lot of cycling and waterfalling happening on the track right now. And great teamwork on both parts of the teams playing tonight on the Saucies and the Knockouts. Bitco Marine Group. Bitco Marine Group is the official sponsor of QCRG's National Anthem Singers. Bitco is a nationwide provider of solutions to the marine construction industry. To learn more, visit them online at bitcomarinegroup.com.
And jamming for the first time tonight, we see Flamethrower in the red cover, jamming up against Brawl McCartney, who looks poised for action. Brawl McCartney is acting like a fifth blocker there, trying to block Flame. Flamethrower has lead jam.
Wow, she's got a lot of power coming out of that pack. She is flying around the floor.
Now we see Crazy Legs rejoin the blockers. Now the lead jammer has the option to call off the jam before 2 minutes, which is a good thing to do when you're getting points. When you don't want the other team to get points.
And Flamethrower calls the jam, picking up a couple points for the Saucies in that jam. Just 2, but preventing the knockouts from grabbing any points in that jam. Strategically, that was a smart play on behalf of the Saucies and Flames. Joe Cicconi's Chrysler Complex is the proud provider of transportation for QCRG's very own Lake Effect Furies, our only travel team. When you need a new or used vehicle, they are second to none. Visit their showrooms in Niagara Falls or Batavia. Stop by or shop online at joecicconiChryslerComplex.com.
Both jammers still working to make that initial pass. Basic much adversity from opposing blockers. As you can see, that was a tough fight on the straightaway. We've got a pretty slow pack here. As each jammer faces a band of opponents. It is Bikini Wax through first. The Jam Warrior, Suicidal Saucies is here for him. Also, big shout out to Mr. Fit, KFU's history. You can check his new show, the new United Stuff of America, out on H2. And puts backs right into Gibby. Throws her off. That's a nice chest block from Bikini Wax.
And Bikini Wax grabs 5 on that pass for the Suicidal Saucies.
Who says jammers can't hit? Nobody. And Gibby S'more makes her way to the Delta Pena Pento Sinbin.
And blocking in the back of the pack is not really helping out Toots McGee in this jam. Meanwhile, the Sauce are putting more points on the board while the Knockouts are trying to keep the pack fast. And Bikini Wax comes through for another grand slam.
Now we see Toots McGee eyeing up Bikini Wax. What's going to happen? Oh, nice. A little more chest to shoulder action. Bikini Wax working to get her way through the middle. Now she wants to get past Sasa. She calls off the jam.
She calls off the jam, picking up a few more points on that pass as well. Bringing it a game at a tied score here at the cup in the first half. 34-34 tied score.
Two incredible jams right in a row.
Wow, and that's how fast the score can change in roller derby, folks. 17 minutes remaining in the first half here. What an exciting bout we're getting kicked off to this evening. Al Cohen's always available at our local grocery stores, and the official distributor of our very own rye bread toss at the halftime, Al Cohen's.
Now the Knockouts have called a timeout.
While they're taking their time out, let's talk about some of our sponsors out here tonight. Bond Quad Skates are specifically heat molded carbon graphite boots for skating and cycling. Go to their website and check out their latest releases at bondskates.com. Cats Like Us is the clothing provider of the 50/50 raffle, and you can visit them at their store in Town and Water for all your retro fashion needs. You can also shop online at catslikeus.com. Mr. Fit is taking a run around the ring, folks, right now, trying to get the wave started. Oh, boy. You got to do one more lap. I didn't even know you were going. Deep breaths. One more lap. Can you do it? Speaking of Mr. Fit, he actually does something called Mr. Hip Hughes. If you're not aware, Zero will be airing on H2 Saturday, June 14th, the History Channel 2, with Mr. Hip Hughes, our very own Mr. Fit Films. Check it out, folks. It's going to be amazing. Now we are back to our roller derby action. What an exciting bout. Hold on to your seats, folks. We're just getting started.
Both looking to take the lead. Fisty and alley-oops are on the jammer line. We start this jam with an empty sin bin. Full track. 34 to 34. Both teams looking at really strong walls of blockers. Alley-oops is getting through the front wall. And Fisty through the inside. There's a big hit on alley-oops as she tries to get through the front of the pack. Now the Saucies are working on Fisty at the back. Alley-oops has a little 360 in the front pack, skating right off of Maniac and Company. And they swoop Fisty try with Fisty making a pass, a 4-point pass. Alley-oops takes a whip off a huntress. The face front line with a little power. All cover down.
Meanwhile, Fisty direction. Grand slam on that pass for the knockouts.
Alley-oops has cut the track. She's going to spend 30 seconds in the Dolce Panda Pinto sin bin. That's going to put the knockouts on a power jam. Saucies are going to do the best to mitigate the damage. Try to keep Fisty from scoring too many times. She just got another 5 points. We call it a grand slam.
Right now, Fisty's up to acquiring 19 points in this jam already. And she calls it. And the knockouts answered back that easily, folks. That easily, bringing that jam to 21 points total. 3 for the Sauce. They answered right back to the Suicidal Saucies and said, hey, we're not going to let it be that easy tonight. This is what's up. Jamming for the knockouts right now is number 71, captain of the knockouts, Lamb Chops.
And she got a quick penny pass right over the line.
She sure did. It was a sneak attack.
So all of a sudden, that penny pass, all of a sudden the jammer was in front of all the blockers. And after that spell, Alley-oops finds herself at the back of the pack.
Oh, and the Saucies do a star pass.
Now there is no lead jammer. This is going to be a full 2-minute jam. No one's calling this puppy off early. Alright, let's watch and see what happens.
Very fast back, and it's anybody's game right now. But if you can grab a goal, that might be your answer. But the knockouts say, no way, we don't want that. And like probably just skates her way through with ease. Meanwhile, the knockouts take down this wire.
This fire taking lots of big hits from Lamb Chop and Maggie.
Lamb Chop bringing the jammer to the back of the pack for the Sauce. Meanwhile, like Brawley is just getting the fist out there, smacking points down, eating the baby time and time again, and lapping the back.
With 10 seconds left to go.
Mega Sod and Lamb Chops have to let Misfire go because they're out of play in the front of the pack. Meanwhile, they set up to get their jammer librarian through one more time. Two big jams for the knockouts back to back as they slap points on the board. 22-point jam again for the knockouts, rounding them up to 77. Meanwhile, the Saucies grab 4, bringing their total to 41.
We see head ref booty blocks conferring the benches briefly.
I think Mia Mahler's in the house. Bikini Wax number 21 jamming for the Saucies up against number 22 Toots for the knockouts. 82-41, the score has doubled for the knockouts in the last few jams. That's how quickly the game can change. Let's see what's going to happen next. 11 minutes remaining in the first half, folks.
Bikini Wax lining up, shooting through those walls of lockers.
Saucies doing some damage on Toots in the back of the pack. And Toots looking for her blockers for some help. Meanwhile, it looks like she's going to be on the defense. And Bikini Wax just makes her way through the pack. It's that easy. 5 on the board for the Saucies as they grab a grand slam on that pass.
Lamb Chop clears the way for their jammer. And the Saucies have 5 points up on the board. Notice the Nickel City knockout blocks are really falling out front. They want to be really fast, really more difficult to pass. Pack speed will change a lot if you notice. Once you start really figuring out what's going on. But if this is your first game and you don't really know what's going on, we welcome you anyway. 8 points up on the board for the Saucies. 49-82 as we go into our 13th jam. Less than 10 minutes till our halftime show. Don't forget to stick around for that. The honorary Al Cohen's red rye bread toss. Rob McCartney and Misfire. And as Misfire through first the lead jam, making her way around midnight. Well, McCartney
And Brilliant pops Misfire out of bounds. Now only the jammer can do this, where she skates anywhere she wants on the track. So right now she's waiting for her knockouts to catch up, and she said, "I'm gonna eat the baby." And that shut that jam down. Defensive jamming works every time, folks. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. 82-49.
Numbers joins Christy behind the jammer line. with another 4 points, making it 9. Nickel City Knockouts are ready to enter triple digits with 91 points up on the board. Suicidal Saucies call a timeout, which gives us a moment just to remind you that we want to thank Chef's Restaurant. When you're in Buffalo, the place to go for Italian is Chef's. It's a historic restaurant that's been located at 291 Seneca Street since 1923. You can find them online at I Love Chef's. Also, they are a proud sponsor of the Suicidal Saucies. All the saucies you see playing here tonight are carved up on Chef's pasta. And also big thanks to Century Grill. Do you like bacon or tater tots? Then you should go visit the Century Grill at 318 Pearl Street downtown. When you go to their website, you can see their specials. And when you visit, be sure to let them know that you are a QCRG fan. The Century Grill is a proud sponsor of the Devil Dogs. So do not forget to make your way past our merchandise booth. You might not have a chance to get your hands on some of these designs as our regular season ends tonight. Don't forget to say hi to our friends at the Food Bank of Western New York over at our beneficiary table. And we'll see you back here June 28th as the Lake Effect Furies take on the Burning River All-Stars. There's also going to be a junior game versus Ithaca before that. So June 28th, we'll see you back here for more Derby. It'll be an all-star game. Now Misfire and Brawl take the line.
Elvis, Sissy Fit, and Mr. Goodrich here outside pack repping tonight. Protecting our borders. And we jam goes number 622, Librarian. And again, another fast pack, a roller to reaction out on the track. And Librarian grabs her points and shuts that jam down.
That's a 4 up on the board for the Knockouts. They now have 95 points. The Saucies have 49.
Knockouts really capitalizing on their defensive jamming out here tonight. Grabbing points, shutting it down, preventing the other team from putting points on the board. Now we did see the Saucies with that comeback around 17-minute mark. We're down to 6 minutes in the first half. Let's see what the Saucies have planned next. Flamethrower jamming for the Saucies up against Toots McGee. Oh, the Knockouts say no way. Lead jam to the Knockouts. Toots McGee.
Yield. Re-enters the pack, makes her way through the outside. Gibby still wants some more. Imagine that.
And Gibby is way out of play.
Crazy likes taking the bark off a flamethrower before she gets her way through the inside line. That's 4 points on the board for the Suicidal Saucies. And we see Toots hit down on the outside and she calls the jam outside turn 3. Right in front of our Lake Effect ice cream banner. You know, if you want to see your business's banner up on our track boundary on our leaderboards here, that can happen. Just see sponsorship, the sponsorship portion of our webpage, which is QCRG.net. That can happen. You can support the roller derby and let all of our fans know that you are cool.
That was the 7-4 jam. Right now, jamming for the Suicidal Saucies, number 42, Alley-Oop, seasoned veteran, up against number 99, another seasoned veteran for the Knockouts, Fisty.
Looks like
Huntress with a big hit on the inside line, forcing Fisty to go to the back of the pack. And lead jam to Suicidal Saucies, number 42, Alley-Oops. Let's hear our Saucies fans make
first half. Don't forget during halftime, you can see the Lower Town Trio and catch some bread.
4 points for the Saucies in that jam. Knockouts answering back right now by putting my Brilliant on the track, and Saucies putting out number 252 jammer Misfire. Do we have any knockout fans out there tonight? Lead jam goes to Nickel City Knockouts, jammer Brilliant.
Misfire was held up at the back of the pack. Looks like she tripped over one of her own skaters, which is unfortunate. And
number 71, Lamb Chop, headed to the penalty box for a high block major. It seems to be the penalty of the night that is most frequently being called. So the referees are watching for those high blocks this evening. Misfire making her way through the back. 5 on the board for the knockouts at this point.
And Hunter's out of those thin bait, almost just in time to lay a big hit on Brawl. She's got another grand slam and she calls it off.
Brilliant putting 9 on the board in that jam, shutting it down, rounding the knockouts up to 111 to 58 against the Sauce. Only 2 minutes remaining in the first half of our game here, folks. Anything can happen. 2 minutes remaining. That could be a jam or two, maybe even more, depending on the clock and when people decide to shut it down. A lot can happen in 2 to 3 jams. And don't forget, we still have the second half coming up. If you haven't got your 50-50 raffle tickets yet, make sure you get your 50-50 raffle tickets. Look for our girls in the Cats Like Us dresses. They're going to be walking around during halftime, and they are right now during the bell. Make sure you get your 50-50 raffle. You could be the big winner tonight. Saucy's not able to maintain toots in the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Lakes Luther has to let Bikini Wax go, and lead jam goes to the Saucies.
Big hit from Huntress. She said, Toots skidding into the knockouts bench. Let's see, Toots goes back for more.
And that's a cut drawn by Headhunters on jammer for the knockouts. Knockouts sending their jammer to the penalty box, and the Saucies are on a power jam.
Forearm penalty assessed to which is going to replace the Dolce Pin Pinto Sigmund. 30 seconds. Used to be a minute. 30 seconds for ups the clip anyway. And that is your jam. Let's see, we have a minute left on the main clock, but what we're going to do is we're going to put the full 2 minutes. We put a full jam on the clock regardless of what the official time clock says. So we're going to play to the end of that jam. So look at the bottom clock when the top clock is looking lean. Let me see some.
Looks like we're going to have some trailer tractor action coming up in this jam. Knockout setting up a big play. Lamb Chop and her blockers trying to hold back alley-oops from gaining lead jammer status.
It's working out again.
Di Candy taking a penalty. Maggie Desai trying to take down jammer number 42 alley-oop. And the knockout cycling on number 42. Meanwhile, knockouts jammer is out of the box. Lead jam does go to the suicidal Saucies though. Alley-oops.
Now all the blockers have to stay together and maintain a pack definition.
Saucies at pure advantage right now with the knockouts sitting 2 players in the penalty box.
Alley-oop squeaks right past Lamb Chop and takes those 5 points. She calls it off right as she's passing Lamb Chop's hips. Note that counting of the points goes through, all the way through that 4th whistle. And those 4 whistles go really fast, but so do the skaters. So you want to make sure you get every last point.
All right, folks, we are officially at halftime. Grab yourself a cold beer. Wow. QCRG fans are the best. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Getting ready to get back to the roller derby action. It's anybody's game.
Saucies. And we're just waiting for the officials.
That's right, Lex. Now, before we get started, I have two quick shout-outs. Happy birthday to Sarah Halley, that's Maggie DeSaad's daughter. Also, our buddy Kevin B. Happy 18th. And a big hit on the inside. Brawl has been hit to the inside.
Oh, and the knockouts bring the Saucies to the back of the pack. Big hit by Crazy Legs, number 24, and Lamb Chop.
Oh, Libralian taking Misfire out on turn 3.
And Lee Jam goes to the Nickel City knockouts.
Now with the knockouts having lead jam, Libralian took those points and called it off. But not before Misfire could get 1 point. She squeaked by one other knockout blocker, but it's 5 points, grand slam on the board for the knockouts. They are holding their lead strong at 120 to 70. Now we see on the line Bikini Wax and Toots McGee. Don't forget to join us at our after party up the street, up Boundary at the Art Museum, immediately after this game.
And there's the whistle. Bikini Wax dividing the knockouts blockers in the front of the pack and grabbing lead jam for the Suicidal Saucies.
Both these teams came out of the locker room determined to get all the points. And you can see them playing hard now. Big hit from Alley Snatcher, letting Ivana down, or unsung.
Toots McGee taking a little trip there while she was trying to defend some points up against Bikini Wax.
And Bikini Wax calls off the jam. We get 4 points on the board for red. Let's hear it for both teams, and let's hear it for you guys for coming out and being awesome, supporting the coolest thing ever, roller derby.
120 to 74, 120 to 74, 27 minutes remaining in the second half, folks. Still anybody's game. Yet to see a power jam here in the second half, and that's what I'm sure both teams are looking to obtain at this point to create some differential on the track. Fisty handing off Saucy's jammer. Meanwhile, she makes her way through the pack for lead jam for the knockouts. To Anna Cronifis. Oh, and she's taking a trip to the penalty box. Big hits happening in corner 4 over here by Megan Hassan, number 140, up against Saucy's jammer, number 252. Alley-oops.
Alley-oops. All right, she's got lead. Crazy Legs is about to hit her out, but she was not quite out of the pack. She looked for a bridge, didn't have it, didn't take the hit. That's a smart move on her part. Now, Elias has that lead jam. They are on the power jam. Knockouts looking to speed up the pack. And Elias calls off the jam from the ground. She took 2 points back to the Saucy bench. She did call that off in time. She called it off before the knockouts were able to score any points that lap.
Now jamming for the Saucies is number 252, Misfire, up against number 622, Libralian. Saucies taking a timeout. So while we're taking this timeout, folks, let's start talking about some of our sponsors.
Yeah, let's tell our friends here about Dwyer's Irish Pub. They're around the corner at 33 Webster Street. You can't miss them. It's next door to the theater. They have been supporting us since the beginning, as many of our sponsors have. They have pretty much the best wings ever. Come for the food, stay for the fun. Saturday's ladies' night. So big thanks to our friend at Dwyer's Irish Pub. We also want to thank Eatin' Chocolate. They feature all handmade chocolates for everyday nibbling and special occasions. I'm glad they acknowledge that chocolate is an everyday food. I have a conscientious problem with that. But anyway, visit them today at 1856 Hurdle Avenue in North Buffalo. Eatin' Chocolate. All right, now we see Doc and Senior Wiener standing in the middle of the track talking.
John's Pizzas and Subs. John's Pizza and Subs, home of the original chicken finger sub. Located on Delaware
talk with this evening. Leon Studio One, proud sponsor here at QCRG, and it's the School of Beauty and Knowledge, serving in 2 locations, North Tonawanda and Williamsville. You can stop by and learn how to visit them online at leonstudio1.com. Martinsville Soapworks, our favorite soap provider in food. Their new location is at 88 Main Street in North Tonawanda. Stop by to check out their amazing products and say hello to the owner, Heather, proud Derby Mama to Tentacle, member of the QCRG. Alright, and we resume the Derby action. Lead champ to the Nickel City Knockouts, live brawling.
The Lord and Angry and Midnight are working hard at the front of the pack. And the Lord and Angry is being sent to the Dolce Pena Pinto.
Librarian calls the jam, preventing the Saucies from scoring anything in that jam. Right now putting 4 on the board for the knockouts, 124-76. Only 25 minutes remaining in the second half. That's still a lot of time to see a change happen here tonight. But we need to hear some noise from our fans out there tonight. If you're here for the Saucies, you gotta make some noise for those ladies.
Yeah, let's hear it.
If you're here for the knockouts, give it up. Lead champ to the Suicidal Saucies, Flamethrower.
Woo, she was through there fast. She's a fast one, that flamethrower. You know,
And she just scoots on by and puts down a grand slam. Grand slam. And Megan aside, her little wingman there, Die Candy, slowing Flame down on her power jam. But not for long, not for long. Toots McGee heading to the penalty box. Flame taking down her Saucies as she makes her way through. Captain Lanchops back on the track with Little Orphan Angry, ready to do some damage. And Flame makes it past Angry. Puts 5 more on the board for the Saucies. We have a 15-point jam right now, folks. 15 on the board for the Saucies. Little Orphan Angry taking a penalty back to our penalty box again. Taking a little trip. Contract major issued to Flamethrower of the Suicidal Saucies. Knockouts are back out with the power jam. And the knockouts start making their move right away. They know they don't have any time to waste. Headhunters doing some damage in the back up against Lanchops Captain on the knockouts. And Toots McGee makes her way through the pack. No pass, no penalty issued on her, but she still makes her way through and she is not ready to score some points. But Kitty Wax with the big hits on Toots McGee in the back of the pack while she's pivoting. Here she comes through, Toots is pushing her way through, and Headhunter says, no way, we're gonna pile up in the back. And Flamethrower being sent back to the penalty box again. Knockouts capitalizing on those penalties on the Saucy Jammers, and that's our jam.
here's a big thanks to Mayer Brothers. They are the official water supplier to QCRG. 4 generations of the finest apple cider in Western New York. But they're more than just apples. They have a wide variety of products, including apple cider, spring water, fruit juices, don't forget donuts. Thank you to them. Mayer
Looks
Brothers.
like we got an official tone right now with Booty Box. An official review going on right now. Official review happening right now. Buffalo Herd gathering in the center of the track. Meanwhile, we're going to talk a little more about our sponsors.
That's right, Lips. Big thanks to Minuteman Press of downtown Buffalo. If you see our high-quality programs, posters, other print collateral around, we can thank Minuteman Press for that high quality. They've been working with us on prices since I think our 2nd season, maybe. That's a long time. So take your printing needs downtown to Minuteman Press. Also for your roller skate needs, you can find Roller Girl Skates. They're another proud sponsor. Find their link on our website and buy your skates from a skater. Another big thank to our hosts here tonight, Rainbow Rink. They can accommodate all of your party needs year-round. Birthday parties, private parties, for your company, your friends, your fundraisers. Also check out Adult Night Skate every Wednesday. That's 8 to 10. Every Wednesday, Adult Skate. The bar is open, and you might meet some of your favorite skaters just working on their footwork. Not derby, you know. No checking to be done at Open Skate, but you can see some fancy footwork and some refreshing beverages here Wednesdays at Rainbow. So if you visited QCRG.net, you've seen how spiffy and high functioning our website is. We'd like to thank Vertisource for our website. Jason Isla is the mayor of the internet, and he created our website for us. His company Vertisource is the source. Our officials are still conferring.
They sure are. So while they're doing that, why don't you take a moment, stop on inside the bar, grab yourself a beer, make sure you have your raffle tickets. The 50-50 raffle is coming up right after the game. Ladies and gentlemen, after the game, we're all going to head down to Carnegie Arts Center right here down the street. Make sure you come and join us for Kaleidoscope this evening. And after that, you can follow us over to Dwyer's Irish Pub for the official second after party. After. Happily ever after. Join us there. It's ladies' night tonight. $2 drinks. Don't miss out.
Ladies.
Santora's Pizza Pub and Grill. Santora's Pizza Pub and Grill specializes in pizza subs, chicken wings, pitas, pasta dinners, wrap salad, gourmet pizzas, and chicken fingers. They're Statman's favorite. And chicken fingers. Visit them at two great locations. 1402 Millersport Highway in Amherst, Williamsville, or 7566 Transit Road in Clarence. Proud sponsor to QCRG's very own Alley Cats. TC Wheeler's Bar and Pizzeria. Good times, great food, located on Wheeler Street in North Tonawanda. Thanks, TC Wheelers. Troy and Teague is QCRG's official videographer. Troy specializes in photography and videography. For more information, visit his website at troy-teague.com.
Yeah, Troy's here somewhere. Let's give us a wave. There he is. Hi, Troy.
Turnaround Skates located where? Here in the city of Buffalo. That's right. If you need derby skates, protective gear, and apparel, visit Turnaround Skates located in Buffalo at 91 Rhode Island Street. Proudly owned and operated by the Queen City Roller Girl, Alana Gordon. So make sure you stop on by and say hi, get yourself your skates, get rolling. You can also cruise the waterfront this summer and skate that South Harbor or over here at Niawanda Park. Great place to lace your skates up and go for a stroll. Wicked Skatewear. You can visit their link on our website for all your skating needs. Wicked Skatewear. Wild Tree, healthy and fast meals. Yes, Wild Tree, no additives, MSGs, GMOs, food dyes, or preservatives. Wild Tree is simply healthy and natural. Rebecca Howell, independent representative, we're glad to help you with your healthy meals made easy. See her ad in the program for a 10% coupon. And now we are back to the derby action.
Yeah. That official review was from the knockouts. They wanted us to question something. You get 2 official reviews per game. Chances to question the officiating.
And we jam goes to the Nickel City knockouts by Brawley. Meanwhile, the knockouts are on a power jam.
Big hit on turn 1. Lamb chop hit Rex getting down. All in the name of derby. Knockout still on the power jam. And like Brawley. Those Saucies are cycling up to try to hit my Brawley.
Huge move by Brawley in the front of the pack.
Allie Center gets her down.
Not quite. Meanwhile, knockouts taking a beating here on Flamethrower at the front of the pack. Gibby S'more seems to have taken a tumble. 21 minutes remaining in the second half. That was 4 points on the board for the knockouts in that jam, rounding them up to 130 to 93. We would appreciate everybody's patience. We do have an injured skater. She did make her way off the track, so just a moment of silence, please. We appreciate your cooperation. Great job, Gibby. Thanks to Anna and her EMTs. Thanks so much. We appreciate your support here at the QCRG. All right, and we are back to the roller derby action. Track is set again. Skaters back out. 99, Fisty, jamming up against number 42. Alley-oops for the Saucies. Nice hit from Bella Stiletto out on the straightaway, keeping Christy back. Crazy Legs hit alley-oops out. Alley-oops entering the back of the pack. Still looking to establish a lead jammer. And Christy, number 99, with lead jam for the Nickel City Knockouts. That was some nice defense work from the Saucies. It took her a full lap to make her way out. Oh! Crazy Legs out of play, being sent to the penalty box. She was not in the engagement zone when she hit alley-oops, so she's going to have to take a little time out for that one. Wall of sauce, maintaining a big wall of sauce in the front of the pack. Maggie Desana opens it up just enough for Missy to come through and put a few on the board for her knockouts. 93 to 130, the 134 knockouts holding that lead. They're 2/3 of the way through our championship cup game. We hope you're having a blast. We are.
If you're not having a blast, make your way through the snack bar.
Then you will be.
Yeah, you will be.
Yeah,
it's a blast in there.
Beer.
They got that cotton candy machine.
Oh my.
Now, Misfire and Toots McGee on the line, jamming for your sports watching pleasure. Well, jammers looking to get lead jam. It is Misfire who's got the lead jam for the Saucies. Let's hear it, Saucies fans.
And Misfire has that look of business on her face. Meanwhile, the knockouts are suffering a penalty for their jammer. So the Saucies are on the power jam.
Saucies on the power jam. That was a cut track. 30 seconds for Toots. Midnight and Ivana, along with Spicy Pierogi, working hard to make Misfire's job difficult. But she got that 5 points. She's got that grand slam.
And then there were chicken fingers. And Misfire does that little thing where she creeps down low and tries to sneak her way through the pack. Unfortunately, it didn't work in her favor that time. Midnight Maniac got her number and is trying to prevent her from getting any more points, as well as Ivana Lera, number 240 for the knockouts. Meanwhile, Joyride keeps the knockouts in play and purposely destroys the pack, which could be a penalty assessed to Joyride. Toots McGee slips on through, grabs her points. Sauce don't even see her.
And Misfire calls off the jam with 2 points, way back to the Saucies bench.
134 to 98. Saucies chipping away at the knockouts lead. We only have 18 minutes remaining in the second half. It's still anybody's game. Folks, you gotta make some noise for your jammers, for your blockers, for your players, for QCRG. You gotta pump these skaters up to get that lead jam. I don't hear any Nickel City knockout chants out there tonight. I don't hear any Saucy chants happening either. For 622 I'm rolling in, so better give it up for these ladies. Saucies forcing Librolian to the back of the pack. Bikini Wax fighting her way through. And Bikini Wax, the Saucies get lead jam.
Librolian makes her way through the inside of the pack, gaining fast on Bikini Wax.
Bikini Wax said she wants to hear some noise.
Now the blockers are all speeding it up. Bikini Wax calls the jam.
Whitney says, no way, no way.
She says,
defensive jamming is the key, and the Saucies are capitalizing on that here in the second half of the game. 134 to 100. That gap is closing. That gap is closing, folks. So if you're a Saucies fan, right now is the time to make some noise.
Yeah, let's hear it for triple digits. Joining that 100-something party up on the scoreboard.
17 minutes remaining, 17 minutes remaining in the second half. Knockouts taking a timeout.
We've got an official timeout, so says Boo D Blocks. And so says me that Dolce Panna Pinto is, our sin bin is sponsored by Dolce Panna Pinto, so don't cross the line until you've done your time, which is 30 seconds. Dolce Panna Pinto attorneys at law, they specialize in personal injury, workers' comp, social security disability, and unemployment claims. They work as hard as the people they represent. Offices are located at 350 Main Street in Buffalo. Call Dolce Panna Pinto at 1-800-WORKERS.
All right, and we're back to roller derby action, says Booty Blocks and a whistle. She said, come on, let's get this party started.
And don't forget,
17 on the clock, 134 to 100, still anybody's game. Knockouts hungry to maintain their title. And that's the jam. We are starting off knockouts with the jam.
that was a confusing start, but 5 seconds was called. Brian's got the lead jam. We see Lamb making her way to that Dolce Panna Pinto sin bin I was just telling you about. A fast pack as alley-oops jams her way through.
Maggie Assange is all over alley-oops. And like Ryan taking a trip to the penalty box yet again this evening.
She's joined by Maggie. Saucies could have a big power play here with only Ivana out there blocking. Let's see what happens. get really tense as we wrap up this championship bout.
I know, my palms are sweating. Who's getting sweaty?
Yeah, less than 20-point differential here on the scoreboard. Fisty working to get past BB, Bully, and Bella, the 3 Bs. Misfire fighting hard against Midnight and Choppers. A little help from Crazy Legs.
Crazy Legs number 24.
And a forearm penalty assessment number 24. Lead Jam assessed to Misfire awarded.
Suicidal Saucies again.
See Beatrix Boom rejoining the track after a little spill. Good. All the blockers are getting ready to mix it up. See those distinct bands of red and blue as all these blockers stick together. It is a fast pack. And Misfire calls off the jam. Tapping your hips with your hands is how the lead jammer lets the officials know that she is calling it off. So that is 0 points on the board for the knockouts, but 1 up on the board for your suicidal
One point. Misfire is able to grab 1 in that last jam, not for the knockouts, but it's a new jam now. 134 to 116, less than 13 minutes remaining. Mama Hammer with the hand up and ready. Oh, and we've got a timeout to the knockouts. Timeout to blue, timeout for the knockouts.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our sponsors.
Yeah, well, speaking of the blue team, I want to tell you about Rockin' Blues. That's the 8th annual motorcycle and car show. It's going to have bikes, hot rods, vendors, live music. That's August 10th at the Bowen Road Grove in Lancaster. Did you know that $1 from each admission will go to the Buffalo Variety Club? Make sure you check out rockandbluesusa.com. That's going to be a good time. Another big thank you again to Sheridan Surgical. They donate ice packs to the league, as you saw in use earlier, and also Anna and all the EMTs from UB Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, helping us stay healthy and fit, taping and icing, all necessary. And don't forget to check out Dead End Toys. That's your one-stop horror shop online for hard-to-find and unique horror items. That's deadendtoys with a Z.com, or find them on Facebook, Dead End Toys. Don't forget, if you want to sponsor the Queen City Roller Girls, you can certainly do so. You can get some info at our merch booth or just write sponsorship at QCRG.net. We'll let you know how you can start supporting the best thing in the universe, roller derby.
And we are back to the roller derby action right now. Light Brawling number 622 jamming up against Bikini Wax for the sauce. So this ought to be a great jam too. 2 well-established jammers ready to make their move. Bikini Wax waiting for her hole, while meanwhile Light Brawling is just pushing her way through. Both jammers getting tied up at the moment.
Yeah.
Huntress lays another big hit on number 622, Light Brawling. And lead jam goes to Bikini Wax for the Saucies.
And that's a high block penalty assessed to Libralian. Back to the Dolce Pena Pinto Sin Bin she goes. Bikini Wax enters the pack behind Maggie Desad.
Light Brawling taking a timeout in the penalty box. Bikini Wax on a power jam right now for her sauce, but having some difficulty making her way through the pack. And she just pushes Queen Legs out of the way.
You can actually see Bikini Wax communicating with her blockers. She's always like, oh, get him.
Seriously, nice match for Bikini Wax and her Suicidal Saucies. Suicidal Saucies have actually won the Queen City Cup. Oh, they actually won the Queen City Cup 3, 4 times? How many times? 3, 4? How many? You were saucy. How many times have you won the cup? 4 times. They want that title back. Bikini taking a cut track major though. Gonna have to take a time out in the penalty box. Knockouts back on a power jam.
Rex getting hit to the inside. She's at the back of the pack with Huntress. Huntress just a scotch late on a hit outside, but it looks like...
And Light Brawling pushes her way through, dips down, ducks, juice, and knives to get through for the knockouts and get 5 on the board. Grand Slam pass.
You see Constance Swearing helping Wench and Huntress at the front of the pack. Constance is a rookie.
Light Brawling making it evident as she returned in behind Huntress that time, putting 5 more on the board. Well, actually, no, that's 4. 4 very well timed hits.
High block issue to number 24, Crazy Legs. And Midnight sends Bikini into a barrier. That is the jam. 9-8 in that jam. 9-8 knockouts at 143. Up against the Sauce at 124. Still anybody's game. Only 10 minutes remaining, folks. Who do you think the winner's going to be tonight? Oh, I can't hear you. Is it going back to the knockouts for a trifecta? Are the Saucies going to be taking home the cup tonight? Still anybody's game, and we are excited to see who the winner and the champs are going to be tonight. 10 minutes remaining, 143 to 124, there's the whistle.
Now don't forget that 7 trips to the Dolce Panapento Sin Bin equals 1 trip to the locker room. Crazy Legs has made her way to the locker room. Game's over for her. And we see Bella Stiletto re-entering the pack.
And the champ to the Nickel City Knockouts, Tuskegee. Flame not trailing too far behind her, pushes her way through for the Sauce.
Yeah, the pack is just racing. I'm sure these skaters are all just on 11 right now.
Knockouts on the penalty heavy side tonight. Having a little bit of difficulty with the penalties, and the herd is keeping the game nice and safe and tight out there. Meanwhile, Toots calls the jam, preventing Flame from grabbing any points in that jam.
No points. And I see an illegal procedure. Looks like that was called on Abercrombie and Fists. That was an exciting jam indeed.
No points in that last jam. 143 to 124. 9 minutes remaining. Libralian jamming for the knockouts again. Up against number 252. Misfire for the Saucies.
Oh, looks like we've got an official timeout. Called by our own lovely Stella Starlight. Stella Starlight's a good name for her. She just shines. Sorry, I'm distracting her. I should be distracting you guys with reminders to hang out with us later at our after party. It's going to be at the Carnegie Art Museum, or just up the street at Goundry. We just do the parade in reverse and you'll be there. There's going to be food and beverages. Also, another big thanks to our visiting official, Truckee Wind Pants III. He came down from Rock City. We appreciate your help.
Our next bouts that are coming up here at Rainbow Ring is going to be June 28th, Lake Effect Furies versus Burning River All-Stars and QCRG versus Ithaca for the first bout. It starts at 5:30 and it is a home game here at Rainbow Ring June 28th. June 21st, Ohio Roller Girls versus Lake Effect Furies. It's an away game at 5 p.m. June 8th, tomorrow, is the QCRG up against Cleveland Rockstars. Join us here at 5. And lead champ to the Nickel City Knockouts, like Brian.
Actually, it looks like it's going to Misfire. She actually made it out the pack second. Libralian must have not been eligible for lead.
Yeah, she's not. My bad. No lead jam. And actually, Saucies just picked up lead jam. Misfire with the lead jam.
Although Brawl is a full lap ahead, so Brawl's already got 4 points. Misfire's about to try to do her scoring lap. And Misfire calls off that jam. Libralian has a chance to get any points. So 1 up on the board for the Saucies. Chipping. Chipping away.
4 to 1 in that jam. Knockouts rounding up to 150, up against the Sauce at 125. Can they maintain their lead? 8 minutes remaining. And this has been quite the championship bout. Neck and neck the whole time, tight score there for a moment, but the Knockouts have really maintained their lead since they broke free. Let's see what's going to happen.
Yeah, Allie Snatcher working to clear that inside line for Bikini.
Megan Assad pumps out Bikini Wax in the front of the pack. And lead champ goes to Tuskegee. Number 2.
Nice assist by Gonalera at the front of the pack.
Bikini having some difficulties going on. Gonalera in the front of the pack. And Midnight right by her side.
Yeah, Bikini working to get around those two. She gets a little assistance.
Knockouts just cycling on Bikini. Meanwhile, Toots has a grand slam pass. Elvis trying to catch that nature on somebody.
Yeah, whose attention is he trying to get? your jam.
She was only able to grab 5 in that jam. 6 minutes remaining. Knockout still maintaining the lead. 155 to 125. Chipping away.
And the crowd's going nuts.
Points on the board. Folks, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight at Rainbow Rink for our cup game. Don't forget to head on down to Carnegie Arts Center right after this for the after party and Dwyer's Irish Pub tonight.
And Abercrombie says, take it off the holiday.
We have the penny pass. There's a penny pass to Librolian. Lead jam goes to the Suicidal Saucies, and Flame calls the jam. Smart move by Flame. Trying to prevent those knockouts from grabbing any points in that jam. Less than 6 minutes remaining. Anybody's game.
Yeah, 6 minutes, 30 points. You be the man. The power jams sure make it interesting, huh, guys? You pay for the little seat, but you only need the edge.
Fisty jamming up against Misfire number 252. Fisty with a big hit off the start.
And Christy's hit into the infield by Beanie and Bella.
Saucy's repeatedly controlling the back of the pack over and over and over.
And Allie Fisher.
Lead jam. Lead jam to the Suicidal Saucies. Misfire. Give it up for the sauce. Abercrombie is not letting go of that. She is sailing around the track. Sailing. And she forces Misfire to call the jam. No points for the Saucies in that jam. Knockout still maintaining their lead. Great job by Abercrombie and Fist.
This clock is wearing down quick. And remember that when the clock runs out, we're going to play to the jam clock, the bottom clock, right at the end there. So it's not over till it is over.
Not over till it's over. Librolian lining back up to jam for the Nickel City Knockout. 622 up against number 21. Bikini Wax for the Saucies. There's our whistle. Bikini with a hit on the start. But it doesn't even phase Librolian. Librolian with lead jam. Bikini Wax does a star pass to her pivot.
And Rex came into the infield, re-entering.
The Saucies are putting some fresh legs on the track tonight. And Rex King is now the active jammer.
Rex Kid has the helmet panty on. Knockouts working their way to the front of the pack.
4 points on the payoff for the knockout score in the back. Saucies
Now is
Saucies
going to the back of the pack.
Saucies grabbing 4 right now for Rex King. Active jammer for Saucies. Librolian making her way through the pack. Getting 4 more on the board for the knockouts. Is she going to do defensive jammer right now? Who knows? And she said, I'm going to let go. And Rex King with her fresh legs scoots on through, putting 4 more on the board for the Saucies. But the knockouts are still maintaining their lead. Librolian scooting through with ease. She makes it look so easy, putting 4 more on the board for the knockouts. 12 to 8 jam, and Librolian says, I've had enough. 167 to 133. Oh my, only less than 3 minutes remaining.
Ooh, tense.
We still, you can see a flip. You never know. That could be 2 or 3 jams depending on how these teams strategically play at this very moment. It's still anybody's game.
All 5 seconds. There it is. They're off.
Toots getting forced out of the back of the pack. Land chop with a big hit on Misfire. Eating all the way to the back of the pack.
You saw that 2 times. The jammer gets hit out. The jammer has to enter behind the skater. The winner out.
Snatcher forcing Toots to the back of the pack as well. And the Saucies just making holes for their jammer.
sound now here in the second half, showing that they want to win this game and they're not going to let their title go. Less than 2 minutes remaining on the board. Less than 2 minutes, almost down to 1. Are we going to have a 30 or 40 point jam? Can Flamethrower do it? Can Flamethrower and the Saucies do it? This could be our last jam of the night, folks. Give it up for these ladies.
Now we see Midnight Maniac. I think she's got the star on for the first time tonight.
She's jamming for the first time tonight.
And Flame is free.
Flamethrower gets through a great jam for the Saucies. Is she going to put 40 points on the board? Huntress holding Midnight back.
You only need like 40.
Makes her way out.
And a multiplayer block.
Forearm major issue too. Midnight Maniac.
It's a forearm penalty that's
Oh, I hear some
Midnight in the box and the Saucies on the power jam.
And Flame